Oh man. Hi, my name is Jessica Lanier. This is my baby girl, Madison. I'm so glad that you're watching this video, either if you found it by chance or if someone sent it to you. It means that they really believe in you. I've done a lot of these videos about why I became a coach or why you should too. And I got caught up in the fancy presentations and PowerPoints, and I've had hour-long presentations, and I've done, Facebook groups. And recently, in the middle of what we're going through, and when I asked myself who I am and how would I have wanted someone to explain this to me, I would have wanted them to get to the point and to be honest. So that's what I'm doing really quick, as quickly as I can. So I wanted to tell you really quick why I became a coach, how I fell into it, why I didn't want anything to do with it, and why I am so grateful that I stumbled upon this unique career. So I'm actually a registered nurse. I got my bachelor's in nursing, and I'm doing, I love her, don't you love her? I graduated in 2009 with my nursing degree, spent $100,000 going to a private university to get my bachelor's. And when people ask me why did you give that up? Or what motivated you to go to nursing school? It was very clear for me. You see, when I was 11, I was hit by a drunk driver on my 11th birthday. My dad was driving, we were on a motorcycle, and we were coming home from softball practice and a special daddy-daughter dinner for my birthday. And about 10 minutes before we got home, we were blindsided and hit head on by a man who had just left the bar because he got in a fight with his girlfriend. And he was just trying to drink his troubles away and made the decision to get into his vehicle afterwards. This guy had had gotten his license taken away in 9 other states because of DUIs. He had numerous other counts of DUIs before this one that ultimately ended my father's life and wrecked my world forever. My dad actually ended up passing away from complications. We were both medi-flighted to separate trauma hospitals, and we were both in comas and not expected to make it through the night. I obviously did. I was in a coma and on life support for a week and had required 5 emergency surgeries to save my leg. I've got scars all up and down my left leg. I had brain swelling, and they weren't really sure how I was going to recover. Definitely didn't think that I would walk again. My dad, about 2 weeks after, ended up passing away, and we thought it was just from healing complications. But after the autopsy, we found out that it was due to medical malpractice. You see, he was actually coming out of his coma. He was 6'7", ginormous man, beast of a man, kind heart, but he was huge. And when you're coming out of a coma, you're really agitated, and he was pulling out his tubes and pulled out his feeding tube. And the nurse on call, instead of calling the doctor, because it was 4th of July weekend, she didn't want to bother him, she just stuck the tube back in the hole and continued the feeding. For any of you in the medical field, and even those of you not, you can guess that this was a very poor choice on her behalf, because the feeding tube wasn't placed correctly, and the feeding was going randomly in his abdomen, and it caused an infection called peritonitis, and they did not catch it in time, and he ended up dying of sepsis. My dad was only 32 at the time. Crazy, right? And so I was wired at a young age to be there for people in their darkest moments. I really wanted to do that because I knew that I was saved for a reason. I shouldn't have survived that accident. It was a miracle that I lived. And I later, as I was kind of working through this, I realized that it was deeper and more specific, that I am wired to help people live fully, because tomorrow is never guaranteed. I don't just want to be there to help people through hard times. That's part of it. But I am so driven to live my second chance of life fully. And I'm so driven to help other people do that too. This was further magnetized as I went through all of my own health complications through nursing school. Come here. This is why I work from home, huh? So that I can be here every second with my kiddos. She's my 3rd one, if you want to believe that. So through my late teens and through early and mid 20s for about a decade, I really struggled in my own health. I had anxiety, debilitating anxiety. I stopped having a period for like 6 or 7 years because my hormones were so messed up. Doctors couldn't figure out why. My digestive system was a wreck. And I was healthier than all of my friends as far as my nutrition and exercise. I was a college athlete. I went on to play college softball, and I had heart issues, like my heart arrhythmias. I had every night in my dorm room, I vividly remember my stomach blowing up. Like it looked like I was 6 months pregnant, and I was in so much pain. I had acid and food reflux starting at 19 years old through my 20, 21, 22, and no doctor could figure me out. They just wanted to put me on birth control and Prilosec. And I knew deep down that that wasn't the root cause. I didn't have a birth control deficiency. I didn't have a Prilosec deficiency. Something was wrong. And that's when I started studying holistic medicine, nutrition, started meeting with alternative healthcare practitioners, and I've learned so much. And I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do. I went to nursing school so that I could help people, but I want to help. I really want to help people in a way to where I help them get to the bottom of what's going on. And unfortunately, in pretty much all of my videos, you will find I will end up nursing my child. One of them through the last 4 years of me coaching and doing these videos. It's the beauty of it. Hopefully. Okay, so I'm sharing all this with you because that's what always drove me, was to figure out a way to heal myself and then turn around and help other people with what I learned. So I learned so much. I became a certified holistic health coach after I graduated nursing school, and I started dabbling in health coaching. I started doing workshops. I started teaching about hormones and digestive health because I was able to heal my own health problems through approaching my health and wellness at a foundational level instead of trying to band-aid everything. I got off all the medication and I was living fully, right? I have been through a divorce at 26 years old that I was completely blindsided by. And I always came back to, through my hardship, what can I learn and how can I help other people through this? And so when I had heard of Beachbody for the last like 12 years. In fact, this is the third time that I've actually signed up with a Beachbody Coach account. The first 2 times I didn't think that, I just wanted the discount. I wanted to try Shakeology. I'd done P90X. I did the Ultimate Reset and always got incredible results, but I never knew about coaching. To be honest, like I never knew that there was a legitimate business. I was usually like, nah, that's like a pyramid thingy, even though I didn't understand what that meant. And I'm not into pushing product on people, and I don't have the time. That was usually what it was. So this time, there were a couple things that shifted for me. I had just had a baby. I was working as a nurse full-time in a prison, and I was dealing with a new diagnosis of a degenerative disc disease. And I had a severe degenerative disc in my lower back that was preventing me from holding my son, who's now 5. And it was horrible. And I needed to do something. And the doctors said, there's not really much you can do to regenerate a disc. That just, you can't do that. And I said, watch me. I will find a way to reduce my pain because this is not okay. I was 29 at the time, right? And so I ran across this random chick's before and after pictures, and she had just had her first son and her abs were like, what? I was like, what? You just had a baby? That's incredible. She did this home workout. Mind you, I was a CrossFit chick before, and a college athlete. So a workout that didn't make you want to cry was like a waste in my mind. And so home workouts were not on my radar of anything I wanted to do. But I found myself working full time, 40 to 60 hours a week, and having a new baby with a husband that was in law enforcement and on call 24/7. And so I had to figure something else out. I couldn't do the workouts like I had before. And so I tried this program. I reached out to her. I was like, hey, I know how this works. I want it the cheapest possible. So I want this coach membership. I want nothing to do with coaching because I don't have the time. I want the challenge pack thing because you obviously get way more for your money. It was $140 at the time. And I got these containers. I got DVDs for one program. and I got a bag of Shakeology, which I knew was going to help me lose baby weight, help me. I love the adaptogens and the digestive support in it. That was going to help support my hormones and my energy levels and stress resiliency and gut health. I wanted all of that. And so she's like, hi. She was a stranger. Like, I did not know anything about her. I knew she got results. That was it. And so she was very kind and said, absolutely, Jessica, let's get you set up. And all she told me was, I know you want nothing to do with coaching, that's totally fine. But since you have a coach account, if you know any friends or family member who want to do this program with you, you can add them to my group, and why not you get credit for them joining? So here's basically how you could get them set up. And a light bulb went off. What's always driven me? Helping people live fully vibrant, healthy, fulfilling lives. That was always a driver in me. I thought nursing school was going to do it. I thought a nursing job was going to do it. And it had elements to it, but something was always missing. And so I thought, hey, if I could earn some extra cash for my family and get accountability partners doing this, why wouldn't I? Obviously, this is a killer deal. We can all do this together from home, short workouts. They'll feel better. Let's do it. So I reached out to my mom, my mother-in-law, sister-in-law, my best friend. Hey, let's do this together. Check out this chick's results that she got. Like, this is only $140. It's amazing. Let's try this together. And everyone obviously was like, oh my gosh, this would be so much fun. I told them, hey, I'm trying to lose baby weight. Let's do it. So here's the start date. So I asked them for all their information. I got them all set up. So I got 4 people set up with this challenge pack thing that I didn't know anything about other than someone else's results, that it was going to work and this was going to be fun to do together. And I did that within 3 days of signing up myself. And I got a $200 paycheck. And I was like, wait, what? What is this? And I hit my first promotion, which I didn't even know what it was. And my coach who I signed up with reached out to me and asked me, hey, this is so awesome. Let's get on the phone. I want to talk with you. And so we kind of set some goals, and she really showed me what was possible that I had no idea. You see, at the time, my reason for showing up shifted at that time in my life because I just had a baby. And never before did I ever want to be a work from home mom or a stay at home mom. And nothing against people who've always wanted that. That just was not me. I've always been the very ambitious, driven person who wanted to reach high goals and achieve big things. And I was in nursing. I paid $100,000 for my nursing degree, and I was making 6 figures in my nursing job. But all of a sudden, I had this tiny human that I never wanted to leave. I didn't want to drop him off at daycare. I didn't want my other family members to raise him. I wanted to be there. And so I started looking for work from home nurse jobs, like work from home virtual RN jobs. How do I work from home? Because that's always been a driver for me. I want to contribute to my family financially. I want to be fulfilled, but I also don't want to miss a second of his life. How do I do both things? And I was very discouraged in my Google searching because it didn't exist until I had this phone call with her. And she asked me, in your wildest dreams, if you could have the dream life 5 years from now, what would that look like? And I started to think about it, and I didn't know. All I knew was that I wanted to be able to be present with my son. I wanted to be able to financially provide for my family and to do something that was fulfilling and helping other people live their lives fully and be the greatest version of themselves. And she said, you have no idea what you just stumbled upon, because that's what I'm doing. And so I started learning a little bit more about this coaching thing while working full time. The first 2 years of my coaching business, I worked full time as a nurse in a prison, 40 to 60 hours a week. I had several 16-hour shifts that were back to back because we were always short staffed. I was in a very toxic environment. I could not multitask at work because we did not have phone. I could not bring my phone to work, and I did not have internet. And I was it was not the best environment. I'll say that. I always had a baby at home, and my husband was always on call 24/7 because of his job and investigations that he worked in. And I still consistently grew this coaching business little by little, by little by little, by little by little, every single month. And at 2 years in, on June 4th, 2018, I was able to walk in after having, it was right after having my second son. And I was able to sign my paperwork to quit my job. And I became a full-time coach and a full-time mom from home. And my kids will forever have a very different life because of this coaching thing that I stumbled upon. I had all the doubts and the fears and the insecurities. What will people think? I don't have the time. How will this ever turn into something substantial? This is for, so disclaimer, there's no guarantee for income. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income for anyone because every person's success is dependent on their own work ethic, their own diligence, and their own skill in this. But at 2 years in, I could not quit my job unless I was consistently making $4,000 a month with Beachbody because my paycheck at the time almost doubled my husband's. And so that was my goal. And I hit it at 2 years in. And I was able to retire and become a full-time coach and a full-time mom. And it wasn't easy. It's hard working a business from home with children, but so was leaving them every day. We choose our heart. And this provided the opportunity for me to take ownership and control over the life that I wanted to live. It's a vessel for whatever kind of life that you want to live. What drives me? Helping other people live their best lives. I found a platform for it. We now have a community of hundreds of members called Health Patriot Nation. And we have a growing leadership community that is learning how to live and build to their dreams. And we're doing it together. And it is life-changing. My kids will never go a day without their mom being there. And I love that. I'm so thankful for that because I also have an outside identity. I still can follow my dreams while being here with my children. I'm nursing my daughter while doing this video. And that to me is amazing that I have the opportunity to do that. So that's what coaching has done for me. This is 2021, and this last year in 2020, the end of 2020, my husband was able to quit his job in law enforcement, and we moved our family out of California to the Pacific Northwest because we wanted a different life for our family and a different environment. And he's starting his own business in construction and concrete only 100% because of this coaching business. It has provided enough to pay all of our bills, our moving expenses, so that he can do what he's passionate about. Think about for yourself. That might not be your dream life, but what is your dream life? And is the job that you're doing, the career that you're doing, the habits you're doing now getting you closer to that? If so, keep doing it. But if not, and you're looking like I was for something else that could get you the life that you wanted, but you keep making excuses because you don't think it's possible, you haven't experienced this yet. This is an incredible opportunity to make your dreams come true, to make a difference, to work your ass off to make that happen, and to be surrounded with a community. Our team, you guys, is so amazing. We have everything that you need to be successful. The community, the support, the tools, the trainings, everything you need. But you have to know why you are showing up. Because at the end of the day, I can't make you do anything, and I don't want to. If you're self-driven and self-motivated, I would love to chat with you about becoming a part of our team, becoming a part of our community, and making your dreams come true. Please reach out to me. thehealthpatriot@gmail.com is my email. Or if someone else on our team sent this to you, please reach back out to them. Let them know what you think. Let them know what your questions are. Please ask questions. It is 100% normal to have doubts and insecurities and fears and questions. Ask them. Don't leave them unanswered and say, oh, she can just do that because she makes videos. That's not true. I started just like everyone else from day zero. You have no idea the potential that you have stumbled upon, and I'm so excited for you about it. All right, have an amazing day. Be great today.